It's time for another video, but what should it be about? Technique, lighting, equipment? I keep going back and forth. I guess I could always go with what always works, an unboxing. Okay, so this channel has been a lot of unboxings, and that's because I'm growing into more of a creator field and diversifying what I can do. So one of the aspects that I've been learning more about is video, and something that I've wanted for quite a long time is a motion control system. Long story short, I finally decided to take the leap on picking up the motion control system from Edelkrone. Now, it consists of a few modular pieces, so you can build as you go, and at first I thought I was just going to do an unboxing, but there's a lot of boxes. And so I wanted to highlight a couple of the different components, starting with the newest one from Edelkrone, the Slider PLUS V5 and Slide Module V3. Alright, so let's get started with unboxing the slider. In chemist fashion, we'll be speeding things up, but in the box is a link to the user's manual, the slider itself, the motion control belts, and in the slot some tools. First impressions were really cool packaging and phenomenal build quality with solid machine parts. The first step is to snip off the shipping tubes, and you can get rid of these since you don't actually need them day-to-day use. Then use a coin or your thumbnail to pop open the 3/8/16 thread to attach your camera. I used a ball head, and just for demonstration purposes, the X100V, which shot the opening sliding sequence. Now, unlocking the back, you can slide the carriage left and right for manual control. Alright, now while having a slider is pretty useful, just moving this back and forth isn't why I got this system. And that leads us to our next unboxing, the slide module. Inside the box, once again, you're greeted with a quick start guide and the slide module itself. In the smaller box, you have some thumb screws and spare parts. The slide module is the foundation of Edelkrone's motion control system. It takes a manual slider and motorizes it. There's a battery mount location so you can use it on the go, and you can adjust the tension. What's new in version 3 is you can even support inclines, and it has a display and power toggle. Older versions required you to remove the battery just to turn it off. Let me get this set up, and I'll show you when we get into motion. If you're keeping count, this is unboxing number 3, the battery bracket. I ordered the LPE6 version since I have plenty of Canon batteries. I used the diagrams in the quick start guide to figure out the orientation of the battery plate and screws, and attached it relatively easily using the supplied Allen wrench. That just gets plugged into the side and it's ready to accept power. Now, to actually use it, I needed to look at the user's manual closer to figure out how to change the manual belts on the slider for the motion control belts. You can tell the difference because the manual belt is just smooth cloth fabric, whereas the control belt has ridges for the gears to lock into. Alright, so what seemed like an eternity later, I kind of figured out the tension and the settings, and here we have the basic motion control system. So using the app, I can now slide it left and right. And then if I wanted to go here, I can kind of push it into place and save that spot by pressing and holding. And then if I want to go to the side, I can just tap that pose and it'll go there. And then if I wanted to come back to where it was in that key pose, I can tap pose 3 and I'll go right back. Pretty easy. Now the version I got is the Pro Long version, so just setting it on the surface, I have a generous amount of travel distance. But the secret sauce of Edelkrone is when you put it on a tripod, it turns into a cantilever design, and the usable distance of the slide is doubled. This design is also ideal for dolly moves, so the track gets out of the way. And what's new in the latest version of the slider is you can move the slide module on the other side to support an incline of up to 22 degrees. Now this was just a quick look and an overview of what the Slider Plus and Slide module can do, but that is just one of multiple components in the Edelkrone ecosystem, so stay tuned for more experiments. And once again, this video was not sponsored by Edelkrone, but now they can slide into my DMs. And I will work on my unboxing skills.